The music is a struggle, and the struggle is the music.
I think songs have always been important in struggle, and not just in Ireland, but perhaps particularly in Ireland because of the whole cultural background. To struggle going back centuries, I suppose, when people express themselves in song, and sometimes express things in song that would have been very difficult and even dangerous to express in speech.
I just think music is at the heart of every movement, social, political. It has to be music and the arts and poetry, and it has to be, otherwise it's dull and it's dead.
Most of the songs are about the North. They're mostly about some sort of struggle, either the struggle against the British Army, the struggle for independence.
The first rebel music that I would have heard would have been at parties in my aunt's house, or christenings. People would have been singing The Sniper's Promise or James Connolly. So I've always been interested in that way, because it's always been like sticking your fingers up at the state.
We used to blast us out the windows. It was either Kathy Laggy, it was Luke Kelly, or it was the Wolfhound, Ray McAreevy.
The main reason is fundamentally that I would agree with the politics, and believe that what I've got to say is as a message is probably the right one.
James Connolly is my international revolutionary hero, really, and the role that he played sort of in Scotland and in Ireland is second to none. Where, oh, where is our James Connolly? Where, oh, where is that gallant man? He's gone for to organise the Union, the hero of the working man. Oh, who then, who will lead the van? Who then, who will lead the van? Who but our James Connolly, the hero of the working man, who will carry high the burning flag, who will carry high the burning flag, who but our James Connolly will carry high the burning flag. No ship must sail, no wheel must turn, no crane arm swing or furnace burn, for these are far greater weapons than gun or gaudy uniform. The sun goes down each weary day. The sun goes down each weary day on tenement and spire and people. They starve and yet they will not give way. They carried him up to the jail. They carried him up to the jail, and they shot him down on a bright May morning, and they quickly laid him in his gore. Who mourns the death of this great man? Who mourns the death of this great man? Oh, bury me down in yon green garden, with Union men on every side. So they buried him down in yon green garden, with Union men on every side, and they swore they would forge a mighty weapon, that James Connolly's name could be filled with pride. Where, oh, where is our James Connolly? Where, oh, where is that gallant man? He's gone for to organize the Union, that working people might yet be free.
Songs can contribute to an understanding of what we're about in a local area or in a particular struggle, sort of far better at times, sort of than actually trying to list other experiences and to draw attention to the similarities between experience. When you feel something, you understand it sometimes more deeply, sort of than knowing it or getting to understand it.
The song about the Brandywell, I wrote that song about 1980. Brian Moore and myself were going to England, and I wanted to write a song to try and explain to ordinary English people that the struggle here was not Catholics and Prods, a sectarian struggle the way it had been portrayed by the media. So I tried to write the song to explain how we went from civil rights and how we, from a lack of civil rights, into a civil rights movement, and then when that was denied, it went into an armed struggle.
My name is Johnny Quigley and I'll sing to you me song. The Brandywell in Derry Town, well that's where I come from. The Lone Miranda Lecky Road, I played there as a boy. I climbed the slopes of Corrigan Hill to watch the foyle flow by. Me mother worked a 12-hour shift for very little pay, stitching cuffs and collars in a shirt factory all day. Me dad got work down in the dock about 1 day in 10. You'd find him at the corner standing with the other men. Me Uncle John trained greyhounds, we'd walk them down the line. Chasing rats and rabbits, we had ourselves a time. He took me to the boxing, I saw Billy Kelly fight, and when he won the title, boy, I cried for joy that night. When I was 14 years of age, filled with a young man's dreams, I took the boat to Scotland and to Hoke, their toddy fields. I slept out in the Bothy camp and I took the farmer's blows, returning in October with my prize, a suit of clothes. Then came the day I married my wife and I did trump to our cottage in the countryside, they call it Springtown Camp. The walls are corrugated tin with water running down. 500 homeless families occupied that shanty town. The corporation housing was managed by a man who owned half the slums in Derry Town. His partner owned the land. When the men who own the money are the men who own the law, the slogan on the bookie's wall said we want better odds. I so started marching with McCann in 68. They tried to buy us off with crumbs, but it was far too late. They sent their thugs in uniform to smash us, sure they tried. 3 days we fought them hand to hand at the Battle of Bogside. It was at Free Derry Corner we built our barricade. Men and kids and women then together unafraid. A job, justice and a home was all the marchers sought, but 13 men on Derry streets the paratroopers shot. Aye, when the firing started, it was time for us to choose. Except for me place in the dole queue, I've nothing lie to lose. The road is hard to struggle along, we'll get there just the same. We're off our knees and dirty now, and we'll not bow down again.